Okay, so you decided to get lean and ripped. You want to get that physique that is just the right balance between how much muscle you have and how lean you are. The type of physique where you look good, you feel good, you're healthy, and most importantly, it's sustainable. You're able to maintain it long term. That's a great goal. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 worst ways for trying to get to this goal, because I see people make these mistakes year after year that lead to a lot of frustration, lots of time wasted, and they basically never get there. So my hope is that with this video, you're able to avoid these mistakes and finally reach your goal. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Mario Tomic, and if you'd like to learn more about fitness, nutrition, personal development, consider subscribing below. Make sure to hit that bell icon as well to enable notifications so you get notified when new videos come out. And now let's dive into it. So the first way I see people mess up when they're trying to get lean and ripped is that they go with this 100% clean approach. They go with this very rigid, let's cut out all tasty foods from my diet type of approach, and they think that's the solution. This usually comes from frustration. Wake up one day, you're just fed up. You had enough. You look yourself in the mirror, you're not happy with your physique, there's a lot of belly fat, you want to get rid of that. And in that moment, because emotions are high, motivation is high, that feels like a great idea. But you don't have that empathy for your future self that is going to find yourselves in a situation where you will eat a little bit of that food. And what happens then is you broke your commitment. You're no longer 100% clean. You had some bad food, quote unquote. Now that can spiral from that one little food to a whole cheat meal, then a cheat day, cheat week, cheat month, and then you're back where you started. And now you just feel more guilty, more ashamed, and you just don't want to do anything anymore. And it takes some time for that emotion to settle down, and then you try again with the same approach. So I see this all the time, and the real issue here is that rigidity, because if you truly ask yourself, can I stick with this for the rest of my life? Can I cut out all tasty food for the rest of my life? The answer is going to be no. I mean, let's be real here. Life happens. You're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to have some of that food. So you do have to account for that. You do have to have an approach that is more like a lifestyle, where some of the time you can't eat some of those foods, right? Like nobody ever got overweight by eating one pizza once, right? Like it's a lifestyle. It's a set of decisions and habits that happen daily. And same as one salad is not going to make you shredded, one pizza is not going to make you overweight. So you have to think about this. You have to think about this from a lifestyle perspective and not like another diet. Because if the answer to the question, can I do this the rest of my life, is no, then you're basically following another diet, which is not long-term. It's just a matter of time when you're going to fall off, because it's not a lifestyle. So think of this more as a lifestyle. Now, the second common way I see people mess up when they're trying to get lean and ripped is that they fall into this, what I call the weekend roller coaster pattern. What happens there is that for 5 days, they follow a decent nutrition strategy, they do their workouts, they do their sleep, but then the weekend comes, and that's where all the binge eating, all the binge drinking, and basically zero mindfulness on the weekends. They go full on YOLO mode. And those 2 days are enough to wipe out all the good results they achieved from Monday to Friday and even add some. So when Monday comes, the scale is high, Friday scale is low, goes high again, low and high, and you're basically in a roller coaster. And when you even that out, zero progress has been made. You even can gain some weight, because in 2 days you can do so much damage. If you're completely mindless and if you're just doing whatever, you can even gain weight while doing this. So you have to look at this as a long-term strategy and basically have less of these variances between the days. And the weekend, you can still have fun, but you have to be more mindful of what you're really doing. You can never just let go completely and go full on YOLO, because in today's food environment where we're surrounded with an abundance of tasty food, everybody's hungry all the time because foods are really tasty if you look at it. I mean, we want to eat more because foods are great. They're very rewarding after a hard, long work week. You want to let loose a little bit, but if you let loose all the way, you're just going to lose basically all the good effort you put in Monday to Friday, and even go worse and even go backwards. So please don't make a mistake. I see this all the time. You have to be a bit more mindful of the weekends. And if you do that, you can actually have a really good time and also get to your result. Now, the third big mistake that I still see people make when trying to get lean and ripped is that they're trying to do it all through more cardio instead of looking at their nutrition. And I made this mistake myself. I thought of nutrition as very confusing, very complicated. I didn't want to get too much into it. It was much easier for me to just put on my running shoes and just do more running. So that's what I did. I did 3 sessions a week for an hour. Then I increased that to 4 to 5, eventually built up to 5 for an hour and a half. But then I hit a wall because I was easily able to out-eat everything that I would burn in these cardio sessions. Because At the end of the day, you can't outrun a bad diet. And I see so many people trying to do that, either it's running, cycling, or high intensity intervals. And then when it comes to nutrition, they're completely neglecting their protein, the calorie intake, and they have no idea what's going on. And they get stuck. And the other thing is that there's a limit of how much cardio you can actually incorporate. I mean, if you're doing 5 sessions for an hour and a half, that's a lot of time. And if you want to increase any further, then you're starting to increase your joint pain, and all these other things actually start happening, which you have to account for. So there's a limit how much cardio you can do. And if you really want the best results, you want to get into cardio plus managing your nutrition and also weight training, which brings me to mistake number 4. So the fourth way you can mess up your journey to getting that lean and ripped physique is by ignoring progressive weight training. And many make this mistake because they're just looking at nutrition, or they're just looking at cardio, and they miss out on how important it is to have a signal to your body to maintain lean body mass, muscle mass, and build muscle mass. And without that strong signal, you're basically not going to get that physique that you want to get. And that physique that most people want to get, let's say the Hollywood physique, or generally an impressive physique like an athletic physique, will involve some weight training if you want to optimize the way to getting there. Most people will not get there only by doing cardio. And that's something you have to kind of think about, because if you're ignoring weight training, you might not be happy with the end result of your fat loss phase. And actually that fat loss phase may take longer because you're losing muscle and fat at the same time. So you're basically making it less efficient overall as a journey. So incorporate progressive weight training. Progressive is also the key word, because you can't just keep doing the same weight over and over again for the same amount of reps, because your body again doesn't have a reason to get better, and you will not look better, you will not make much improvement. So you have to incorporate progressive weight training as a way to incentivize the body to actually build muscle while you're losing that fat, or at least keep the muscle that you currently have, so you have some muscle waiting there once you get rid of all the body fat. Now, the fifth and the final mistake people make when they're trying to get to that lean and ripped impressive physique is they're going way too aggressive on that caloric deficit because they want the quick result. They want to get there faster. I see people eating less than their basal metabolism because they want that 6 or that 8-week transformation, and they're ignoring how much body fat they actually have to lose. And they're ignoring the long-term consequences of going super aggressive from day one, because it's not very sustainable. Nobody's really thinking about the muscle loss that's going to happen. They're not thinking really about how the quality of training is going to suffer if you go super aggressive. They're not thinking about the hunger. They're not thinking about the adaptive metabolism, which is going to slow down if you're going super aggressive from day one and you're getting to 10% body fat. How are you going to maintain that? I mean, all these factors you have to consider. Like, you can't go super aggressive and undercut by 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 calories in some cases with some crazy juice cleanse or whatever people are doing nowadays. So you have to think long term, and going super aggressive at the expense of long-term success, you have to think about, is that trade-off really worth it? I mean, you have to think what's going to be sustainable long-term. And that brings me back to the first mistake, is not thinking, can I sustain this? What's the exit strategy? How do I actually turn this into a lifestyle? And by going super aggressive, you're not going to turn that into a lifestyle because you're not getting enough food, and that's going to affect your business. It's going to affect everything in your life. So you have to think long-term, think more holistically, and that's how you're going to make a good decision. I'm going to actually leave a video here at the end with some of my favorite strategies that will help you get to 10% body fat, so you want to check that out. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sub if you loved it, like if you liked it. Other than that, I'll see you in that next video. Peace.